Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Guys at Magic. This is Hunter and Shane. Say hello, Shane.
What's up, nerds?
Welcome back to another episode of Resolving the Stack. It is our weekly wrap-up news show of all things Magic the Gathering related, Shane.
That's correct.
That is correct. We are wrapping up the week of the first week of July, I guess. I guess half and half, right? This is the week of June 29th to July 5th. So just after the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, Shane.
Happy 4th, man. Good one.
It's good. So we got some news we got to talk about. A bunch of cool stuff, let me tell you. But first and foremost, I want to remind everybody to hit the like button and subscribe. We are almost at 20,000 subs. We're trying to get there. So just hit the subscribe button and then be on the lookout for our giveaway video. Once we hit 20,000, you want to be part of it. But Shane, let's go ahead and talk about our first news story. We kind of hinted at it in the last Resolving the Stack. It is here. We have standard bannings. And boy, we were wrong. They went
wrong.
scorched earth, which is such a good thing.
I'm happy to be wrong.
Corey Steelcutter, banned. Abuelo's Awakening, banned. Monstrous Rage, banned. Heartfire Hero, banned. Up the Beanstalk, banned. Hopeless Nightmare, banned. This Town Ain't Big Enough, banned. Whoa. 7 bans.
Pretty massive shakeup, dude, for the meta.
Yeah, there hasn't been a ban like this in like 5 years, I think. It's pretty wild.
Kind of needed it, man, because, I guess that if you're just looking at data-wise from the last tournament, like one tournament, I understand, but these, 3 to 4 decks have been on the ladder just crushing for how long now? I mean, you see it more than I do. You play more than I do, but these were the decks to play.
Yeah, since the beginning of the year, pretty much. It's just been constant. Just, hey, Monstrous Rage. We said this months ago when they announced they were going to ban stuff, and they didn't. We were like, we expect Monstrous Rage to be banned. Didn't happen. Now here we are. Monstrous Rage banned because that card is a problem.
You know, all it took was Corey Steelcutter being printed. And they were like, oh, maybe this card is a problem.
I mean, Corey Steelcutter isn't even in... I mean, it is in the Is It deck, but I mean, the mono red aggro deck that won the Pro Tour at MagicCon Las Vegas was Monstrous Rage, Heartlet Fire Hero. Those are the 2 cards that got cut from that deck.
Yep. Get him out of there. I don't care.
Yeah, this shakes up 5 decks, if I'm not mistaken. So they just cut down 5 decks, which is fantastic. The new cards, you know what it is? It's they really want people to play Final Fantasy. And to get people to play Final Fantasy cards, you got to make room for them. So cut it all down, start from scratch. Hey, Final Fantasy just came out. Play with those cards.
Okay, I guess that the good silver lining there is that there wasn't just an absurd power creep to Final Fantasy, and that it took a fat banning list, to shake it up. Otherwise, if the cards were just crushing out of the get-go, then maybe they would have been banned. But let's be silver lining, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted the Arcavios card to get banned as well, because I feel like that's also a problem, pulling a card from outside the game.
Oh, that's which
pretty
one's
good. Pretty good effect. It's the Invasion of Arcavios.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. I can't complain if they're banning 7 cards. So Standard is in a good place right now. People are experimenting again, so that's cool.
Yeah, I agree. I like it.
But we are on the precipice of a new set already, Shane. Edge of Eternities continues. The story still going. We got 2 new cards from the story. Let's talk about those real quick. We've got Embrace Oblivion for 1 black. It's a sorcery that says, as an additional cost to cast this spell, sack an artifact or a creature, destroy target creature or spacecraft.
Good removal.
It's okay for 1 black, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Especially if we need to start destroying spacecrafts.
I can see this being played in the Rakdos kind of sacrifice stuff deck, which is good removal for that.
It is good
and
removal.
Then you've got Command Bridge, which is not Command Tower. It's a land that enters tapped, and when it enters, you sacrifice it unless you tap an untapped permanent you control. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. That's bad. It's real bad.
I think it's bad unless there's like a super niche. Like I could unironically see you playing this card in Kona because you could play this and then tap Kona.
That's true. That's a good point.
But like other than that, like yeah, it's super bad because like it comes into it's tapping 2 things.
Yeah. Does tap for any mana of any color, so that's a plus, I guess, mana fixing wise. But
Yeah, it's decent mana fixing.
it's a bit much for my my blood there. But yeah, story's pretty interesting though. I read a little bit of it. Still kind of far behind, but basically you've got 2 factions fighting over good and evil. Shocker, isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
Got the monoists versus the summists. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But the monoists care about like destroying the dying star immediately. They're like, let's just nuke it and start from scratch. Humanity must do whatever. And then the summists are like, keep it alive. We can die eventually. Yeah. So that's
Okay.
That's a thing. But
I mean, never go wrong with a good space drama.
yeah, and then during the space drama, you got people that are doing a mission for the Metal Man, which is just Tezzeret. He's trying to find a specific artifact.
The Tezzeret.
Not a Tezzeret, just Tezzeret. just the guy Tezzeret.
Okay.
But let's move on because on Tuesday, Shane, the set is being announced. So we've got MaRo's teaser. Absolutely something I love doing with you every time we do these resolving the stacks, because MaRo's teaser is a lot of fun to go over. Basically what it is, he just lists out a couple things that are coming from the set that you can expect. So first up, here are some things you can expect. A repeatable activated ability that lets you draw 2 cards and create a 2/2 creature token. That sounds pretty broken, just as that sentence.
Gonna be very
It's
expensive.
probably gonna have some caveat on it of like only once per turn or something like that. A white card that can return non-creature, non-land cards from the graveyard to the battlefield.
Okay.
We just got rid of Abuelo's Awakening. What are we doing? Another Arch Charm. That one excites me because we've seen the blue one, we've seen the green one. What color are they gonna go with? Probably black for space or something, you know.
Maybe.
Card that makes you choose odd or even. Some kind of an effect that you like, Shane.
You're gonna be Simic.
Maybe that'd be cool. A new artifact token called Munitions.
Ooh, guns.
A variant on Devour. It's interesting.
Okay.
A card that lets you take control of an opponent.
Ugh.
That's
More cool.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
Just a Mind Slaver. A legendary 5-color artifact.
Love it.
A poison card.
Love that already.
Let's go. Poison. Card that grants an ability to slivers. Look at that.
So
Shane.
excited. So
Sliver
excited.
stuff. Next, here are some rules text that will be showing up on cards. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, draw a card. It's pretty good.
Whenever you play Magic, draw a card. Got it. Okay.
If it's not a creature, it becomes a 0/0 robot artifact creature.
Cool.
You may play lands from your graveyard.
Seen it a million times.
You may instead create that many copies of enchanted permanent.
That could be interesting.
Artifact cards and red cards in your hand have
What?
I assume probably the new mechanic warp or something.
Oh, warp.
Put target creature from defending player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking. It's very specific.
You mean?
The first spell each player casts during each of their turns may be cast without paying its mana cost.
Won't be broken, I promise.
X is the number of differently named lands you control. Seems
Weird.
cool. Maybe it's like power toughness.
Mm-hmm.
X. Well, probably not power tough. I don't know. Artifacts you control are foods in addition to their other types. Something I don't necessarily care. Spells you cast have affinity for artifacts.
Super cool.
And then here are some creature type lines from the set. You got a creature jellyfish scientist, a creature insect artificer, Creature Plant Scorpion.
Hmm.
Creature Drix Assassin.
Ooh, Drix.
Creature Elemental Lurgoyf.
Lurgoyf, what?
We're getting another Lurgoyf. Maybe that's what... Nah, probably not. I was going to say X is different than numbered lands.
Maybe.
We got a creature, Might. Might's back.
Ooh, poison.
Artifact creature, Robot Pangolin.
I thought it said penguin.
A legendary creature, Kavu Pilot. A legendary creature, Lobster Citizen.
All right, it's gonna be red, white. You're gonna build it.
I think just by Lobster Citizen, it needs to be built. Creature, Eldrazi.
Ah, it's Emrakul, dude.
I don't know.
That'd be wild.
Finally, here are some names in the set. Close Encounter. Command Bridge, we just saw. Decode Transmissions. Emergency Eject. Invasive Maneuvers. Lost in Space.
Oh, I like that name.
Nebula Dragon. Space-Time Anomaly. Systems Override. And Tractor Beam.
I like that one too.
And finally, tune in 10 a.m. Tuesday, July 8th for the debut stream.
Okay. A lot of information.
There's a lot of information. I love this teaser. But I'm very excited for this set. This was, I think, you and I's #1 set on the radar just because we are fans of, like, space.
Yep. Big fan.
There have been a lot of leaks from this set coming out. We do not post leaks. But if you wanted to see them early, you could find them all over the subreddit and whatnot. But we will talk about this interesting new information moving forward. The distributor information for certain companies to buy product for the next set, Future, aka Avatar The Last Airbender, went up. And there is one thing that people keep saying is missing. No commander decks, ? Where are the commander decks?
Kind of crazy. Maybe they're not. We're not getting any.
Maybe it's an accident, like because you have to. There's like 4 main factions in the Avatar Last Airbender world.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a very simple, easy 4 decks. And I think what MaRo said a long time ago lines up with there has to be 4 more decks before the end of the year somewhere, based on how many decks that he said were going to come out. So hopefully it's just missing. But as of right now, this is the information that we have. Also, look at these prices.
I was gonna mention that when you were done. This is ridiculous. So expensive, dude.
MSRP for a collector box is $455.88.
I'm just looking at your normal box, normal play box, $210. What?
Yeah, just real cheap stuff, you know. They're also bringing
real cheap
Jumpstart back for Airbender, which is interesting. That's $167.
Which is still more expensive than a box should be, but hey.
Hey, do you want the gift bundle, Shane? It's $110.
You will though, but no.
$110 for gift bundle. Regular bundle, $70.
The only bundle I'm spending that much on was that oil flick one, remember? But that's it.
That was cool. That was a really cool one.
That was really
that
cool.
was still cheaper.
What? It was.
That was like $80, I think. But man, Universes Beyond is so expensive for no reason. It's crazy.
It's
this is
really
standard.
expensive.
Remember, this is a standard product. It is pretty wild. Yeah.
Sure, it's not a modern. It's looking like modern prices.
It's looking like modern prices, but nope, we're here. This is a new standard. Welcome. But enough of that. That's all the stories for the week, Shane. It's time to move on to my favorite part of the video, and that is the community spotlight. Go around the community, pull out some cool users from around the community, talk about what they've shared with us and whatnot. So this first one comes from user Zarzak. They have a Shazarad display,
Dude,
which is hilarious.
like arguably the not worst, but most unfun mechanic in Magic.
They actually said that they started playing in '94, and Shahrazad has always been their favorite card. The art is great and the mechanics are on point for the flavor. Always wanted to get a copy framed for years. Finally found where to get an official print. Very happy with the results. So boom, just right in the house, just nice framed.
Gorgeous.
It's
It's awesome. Hey, this is the one that's like you start a game within a game, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's so it's like I remember we watched a interview with Richard Garfield saying like I made a
His favorite
Sherrod
card.
Harrod.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made it with this card and just a bunch of them. And the win con is your opponent's mill because you're playing 70 games inside a game, inside a game. So
Mhm.
stupid.
It's ridiculous. But hey, shout out to them. It looks awesome, all framed up and
It
nice.
does.
Good conversation piece if someone walks into your house. Moving on, we've got someone that we've seen before. This is Aka Altered Art. These are not for sale. Hand painted with acrylic colors by them. Fantastic Lord of the Rings altars.
Yeah, gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah, these
Command
are
Tower
hand
Soul
painted.
Ring. Yep. Soul Ring Arcane Signet. That looks like a picture, right?
I was gonna say that soul ring looks like a picture.
It's crazy.
That is
So
really crazy.
talented.
Damn.
All of them look incredible.
Oh, I like this.
I would buy them, but like I said, not for sale. So shout out to them for just sharing what they are talented with, because
Some
once
low-key
again,
flex.
cannot do any of this cool stuff.
I could put a picture
And
on a green card.
there you go. And the final user we're talking about today is Tolkus09. They 3D print deck boxes and they ask the community, what should they do next? These are super cool.
Actually, yeah, they are. They
Look
look.
at that. Marnie's Calgar,
I was
Shane.
gonna say they. For one, I like that, and they look like they're really easy to open, and
Yeah, just right on the top there.
that's really cool.
Yeah, I
I
was
want a
like,
3D printer.
whoa. What's crazy is like people have 3D printers and they don't know how to use them. And then you got people like this that are like, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to make this super cool. Like the amount of details here is so ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
This isn't even all of them too. If you look up this user on Reddit, you will see the rest of the pictures that they did with these other deck boxes they made. The details, insane.
Yeah.
I am a fan. But yeah, that is going to do it for resolving the stack this week. Comment down below what you guys think of the news this week. Lots of crazy stuff. Avatar pricing, Commander decks question mark. What do you think of Edge of Eternities coming? Standard bannings. Lots of talking points there. So yeah, comment down below. Also like the video and subscribe if you haven't done so already, so you're staying up to date. In the description, you'll find links to all of our social media accounts. Follow us on those as well. And on the screen right now, so are all of our Patreon subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your added support. It really does mean the world to us. If you guys wanted to check out what they're seeing, which is not on YouTube, including exclusive content, some early access content, and all that other jazz, check the link in the description as well, and consider subscribing. And a special shout out to our Gains Indestructible tier, starting with Aaron Hill,
Aaron Martin,
Brian Ganilla,
Daryl Tripp,
Demarion Turner,
Dr. Rome,
Jimmy Ward,
Kevo,
Larry Killian,
Samuel Abbott,
Thrifty PSGR,
and William Colombo.
You guys are awesome. Appreciate every single one of you. And until the next video, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Bye-bye.